Ahoy! How is everybody out there in YouTube land? This is Mark Brown from the Design Hackers Guild, going live here with a topic that is something that I want to address is highly controversial. So here it is. And this camera is absolutely dreadful. Looks like I haven't slept for a while. I've been punched in the eyes, but neither is the case. I have slept. Just I don't put on makeup and I don't have a good camera. Anyway, first things first. The instant gratification today and the internet have destroyed knowledge. I am here to tell you and taking a hot take to tell you that you are not an expert because you're able to do a really good internet search or Google search or Bing search, not being biased in any way, shape, or form. Just because you're able to compile a good search string in in a search engine does not make you a researcher. And just because you found it on the internet does not make it the truth. And even today, with the official channels and the fact checkers, that still does not make what you're looking at truthful. We are now at the stage where, because there is such divisions of opinion, and there are, which I think is being stimulated by mainstream organizations and corporations, in order to silo us into making decisions that buys their products and making them also, at this day and age where we are in 2021, where we actually also have to buy into a narrative. And if we don't, we're considered wrong thinking. We're checked by the fact checkers. The thing is, people, if you even search today, never mind mainstream political news, but if you go and you type in a search string and says scam, blah, 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 product, because you're trying to figure out whether this product is a scam or not, is not how you research whether a product or a company or anything else is a scam. And I'm going to focus on scams for just a moment because they're kind of bipartisan. Where, regardless of whatever political divide you're on, when it comes to scams and internet scams, we tend to enjoy our doom porn. That's the other side of the coin as well, is that the internet and instant gratification facilitates our desires, our gross and most noble desires are satisfied. You can find anything on the internet. But we seem to have this perception that is in hindsight and is held with affection, that when the internet opened up, it opened the truth to us all. Now, the truth is out there, but as a trained researcher, I myself fall into these traps that are there to catch you. And scams are brilliant at doing this. There's a channel called CoffeeZilla, whom I enjoy. I find really, really entertaining. And he has exposed some very, very dark and, rather um, criminal people out there, and that's fine. I fully, criminals, I believe, should be exposed. The truth should be told. However, CoffeeZilla is now in this position where he's known for exposing scams, but that's all he's known for. I don't see anything from CoffeeZilla talking about this great company that isn't a scam, that it actually does what it says on the tin and facilitates you, and it's great. He's gone down a particular road because he's found his niche, his persona. But the problem is, by facilitating those personas and drawing in other people, what happens is that we're taking everything that CoffeeZilla says as the complete truth. So to the point where we have a trust built up with him. So CoffeeZilla could turn around and not even making a mistake. And I'm not picking on him in particular, but even making the mistake of interpreting something incorrectly or taking information that was actually given to him by someone else who just has a hatred for that company, taking it as fact. We He'll come up with this narrative that will bury that company because he's got such a huge following, and it could not be the truth. Now, I'm not saying CoffeeZilla deliberately goes out and does that. I'm not saying the man is lying at all. I've watched his content. I'm a follower. I enjoy it. But here's the thing: bias is in. We have a bias for those of us who follow CoffeeZilla, and for CoffeeZilla's content. There's a bias and narrative that comes out of it, and this goes on. This is like taking you away from just that YouTube channel. I'm not picking on any individual. There's loads of people out there, but I've seen videos of people who aren't as, to be honest, as well researched as CoffeeZilla, claiming that certain companies are scamming, and they're making claims that are absolutely untrue. But they're stating them as fact, and they're being taken as fact. And what I've discovered as well is that if you put out a thing where you say scam XYZ company, you will find an article that tells you that the company you're researching is a scam. Now, there are various reasons for this. Sometimes they're genuine. Other times they're actually written by competitors. Other times they're written by a competitive industry that doesn't want you going elsewhere. And other times they're just, some of them are just tongue in cheek, taking the piss, or they're just clickbait to get you into something else. But people, because they want instant gratification off the internet, and because they think the internet is telling the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, they then consider themselves experts in presenting said shitty articles, said shitty videos, or presenting a genuine person who genuinely believes something is a scam, but that's just their opinion. But they're using that person's opinion as fact without doing any due diligence themselves. So I have the bad news I have to tell you is that in order to get to the truth, and the truth doesn't seem to matter anymore these days. The truth seems to be what everyone wants it to be, and that's why the internet is giving you this truth that you're searching for. Every time you search for something, it'll tell you what you want to know, and there's good reasons for that. It's that seems to be the business practice of the day. But you're going to have to pick up books, and you're going to have to read books, and read a variety of different books. Why am I, you're actually going to have to do things like read books and think about them. And actually, when you read them, don't just read them, but add notes to them, ask yourselves questions about them, etc., etc. Now, what I want to show you here is my call to action. Now, I am not a saint. I am not the guru of truth. As a matter of fact, I'm someone who's fallen into the pitfalls of falling into my own biases and falling into pulling false knowledge. But here's the thing. I'm actually have a group on Facebook. It's called the Design Hackers Guild. And I'm actually going to go through I actually feel I have to do this. I'm going to put together some training that shows you how to do research properly, what you should be doing. And it has nothing to do with search strings on the internet. It's about getting into a mindset where you actually acknowledge the bias that you have and putting that aside, looking into the information that you need to be looking into and doing your due diligence so that when you come out of it, you know what the truth is, whether you like it or not. You figure out what the truth is, and this is good for you if you're setting up your own business. And sometimes that truth can be like a cup of cold sick, but it is the truth. And at least at the end of the day, when you're doing your search, you're researching as best as you can to get to the truth of the matter, whether something is true or not. And what you do with that afterwards is what you want to do with it. So if you want to get in on this training, go to this link on Design Hackers Guild on Facebook, join the group, and I'll be putting together some some of the basics of proper research. I am a design research person, and behind me, that just means I'm not that doesn't mean I'm the guru in design research. It means I'm qualified in knowing what to do, and even knowing what to do, I've made mistakes, and I'll share with you the mistakes that I've made so that you can avoid them in the future and do proper research, because it's gone to the point where if you search on the internet, you'll be told what you want to hear. If you want to avoid that, join this group. I can help you. Hope this makes sense. And I know this channel is growing. I need a better camera. I need better setup. Probably need the intro, whatever. But I hope this content helps you think about what you're searching for. Sorry for going so long. I know it's 11 minutes, but that's pretty much what I've got for you. Join the group. I will show you design research techniques that show you how to do proper research so that you're getting truthful, or at least as much as the truth is what you want to hear or what people want to tell you. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will be on again another time. I'm getting used to this whole going live YouTube. I'm probably going to do pre-recorded videos later on and have fun with that. But as of now, I'm enjoying playing around with StreamYard as a platform and getting around that. Anyway, please subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely comment if you disagree with me. If you think that the internet is full of truth and you know how to search the truth yourself, you don't need to be told what the truth is. Or if you do agree with me, just let me know. Add it in the comments there, and I would appreciate it. I'll also be sharing this on Facebook, so if you want to comment on Facebook, feel free. Take it easy.